Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are seeing my face for the first time, of course, that's when it's welcome to you. You're welcome to my YouTube channel. On this channel, I talk about Christian relationship, I talk about faith, and I talk about lifestyle. And if you are not new here, so the GG, the real G's, of course, she's welcome back to you. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and thank you so much for your support. Thank you for your subscription. If you're here to subscribe, please, before I say thank you, you have to subscribe to my YouTube channel, right? And I'm not, it's not a it's a compulsory thing. I'm not even saying it. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel to be part of this family. Okay, make sure that you've subscribed or you're going to subscribe as I'm talking, and make sure that you also click on the notification button or bell so that you get notified when I release new videos. Okay. So today I'm going to be talking to the God, when Association. God, when is it going to be my turn? God, when am I going to be, all booed up? God, when am I going to be a Mrs.? God, when am I going to be a Mr.? God, when am I gonna get flowers? God, when am I going to get that ring? I didn't mean that hand, but that ring. You guys, I get it right. So yes, God, when is it going to be my turn? So yes, I'm going to be talking to the single bringers, and if you know this conversation is something that interests you, please make sure that you are going to grab something that is going to make you enjoy this juicy conversation. So let's go straight into today's video. So I'm sure, right, like most of us are like most of us would have been in that situation when we're like, God, when, God, when, God, when. You just see a relationship you like, or a marriage. This man, I'm talking marriage. You see a marriage you like, and you're like, oh, God, when is it going to be my turn? And some of us actually mean it, right? We mean it, like we're like, God, when is it going to be my turn? God, when am I going to be married? Okay. And I'm making this video out there to talk to someone to help this person embrace their singlehood. I'm not going to make it scary. I'm not going to make marriage seem scary to you, but it's more like helping you understand why this season of your life is a gift. I'm not married, but I like to foresee things more than my current situation. So I like to see 10 times ahead. I don't know if that's a good thing, but I like to see myself 10 times like ahead where I am right now. So now that I'm still single, I like to see myself in a situation where if I was to be married now, what would I be doing? Things like that. I'm not here to scare anybody to say, oh, don't feel the God when thing. It's good, of course, to feel the God when thing, but you have to embrace your singlehood, your singleness, that state where you are not the missus, when you're not the mister. It's time for it. Like, I feel like it's a gift. They are never going to get it back. We are never going to get it back. So we need to embrace it. And what do I mean by embracing it? I'm going to use myself as an example, right? On some days I want to be married, like, hey, I just want to be married so that I have someone to help me do this. If you get the reasons, you run. So I have someone to help me do this, I have someone to help me do that. Oh, I really like to be this, oh, Mrs. someone, or I really have to have that diamond ring. I want to be married, right? And there are some days I'm like, I don't think I want to be married. And it's not like out of say I'm scared of marriage or something, or now, because how do you guys cope? And there's some days where I just enjoy that. Oh, I'm not married now. I'm glad I'm not married now. That sort of thing. And what do I mean? I feel like that was what Apostle Paul was trying to say. Apostle Paul was saying that I wish that all of you are unmarried like me. I wish that all of you remain unmarried like me. Because the unmarried person is really just thinking about how to please God, while the married person is thinking about to please their spouse. Single person right now, I can decide to come back from work 9 to 5, come back from work, or as a CEO, come back from my normal regular job, and I'm not married, right? I can decide, oh, I don't feel like eating out. Oh, I feel like eating out. Oh, I just feel like eating rice throughout this week. It's me. I'm not tied to, oh, my husband, I have to think about in balanced diet. So it's just me thinking about myself, right? I probably feel like, oh, I made bread in the morning, or had bread as breakfast, and I feel like eating bread as dinner. And I'm gonna eat it, right? Like, I'm going to have it and I'm going to eat it. And I can decide that today is Saturday, or today is Saturday, and I just want to pray all through. I just want to have stretch of praying, stay in the place of prayer for like 9 hours. If I were to be married, right, I'm maybe not going to have that time, okay? Because I will need to consider my spouse. I will need to consider my kids if I already have children. In fact, before I even get to 1 hour, one person already called it, mommy, 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 mommy. I'm like, God, I just want to spend time with you. An example could be, oh, maybe as a single person, I can decide I just want to go out, right? I just want to go out with friends and spend time with them. And I mean spending days without coming back home. And it's going to happen. I'm not going to be accountable to any husband or child. I'm not going to be accountable to any man saying, where are you? Where are you? Why are you not coming back? In fact, it does not even need to say that. Like, as a believer, I would want to put someone in I want to wear someone else's shoes, like put myself in their shoe, put myself in his shoe. How is it going to feel? How would I feel if he also goes out without telling me? So now is the time as a single person where I feel like I have all those, I have advantage. I have the advantage to stay in bed, to lay in bed and stay and feel like, okay, I can decide to stand up by 12 noon if I want to. I'm not thinking of my spouse to say, I want to please him. Of course, you want to please him. And I know we want to say, oh, this is a different generation. Your husband can say you should lay in bed. But I mean, your conscience is going to speak to you. Like, why would you be lying down in bed by like 1 p.m. and your husband is hungry? You're giving him food. Yes, he can make his food, but consciously every time that you'll be going to make his food, you're going to frustrate that man, you're going to frustrate that woman. So that's why I'm trying to say both male and female happens both way. This is the time where I can decide to say that I want to eat pizza. I'm coming back from work. I don't feel like cooking. I'm tired. I just want to eat pizza. Or today, I'm actually not even cooking. I just want to eat biscuits. Will I be giving my children biscuits when I'm married or when I have kids? I feel like there is a whole lot that we need to embrace during this single state, our singleness. Like, there's a whole lot we need to embrace. Like, we need to appreciate that it's a gift and it's never going to come back once you are married. Once you're married, you are married. You can say, I'm going to marry someone that is going to understand me, someone that is going to let me stay in bed from I'm going to marry someone that is going to understand me, someone that is going to let me stay in bed till 12 or 1 o'clock. I'm going to marry someone that can eat biscuits, someone that can eat shawarma, someone that I can give the children, I can just give the children just yogurt, and I'll give them yogurt with a sprinkle of granola, and I'll just take the children out every time to eat out. It's never going to all work that way. You're not going to help your family grow. You're going to start destroying your home. So being single, right, is a gift, and I say it all the time. I say that all the time. I just remind myself that in as much as it is good, do not get me wrong, to to want to be married. It is good to, the Bible says, two are better than one, right? It's good to want to be married. It's good to want to have that change of status, but that's not going to suddenly change your life. It's not going to all of a sudden just turn your life around. No, I think there is more preparation we need to do as a single person now than like when you are married, right? I think that there is a preparation you can make now that you are single, right, and when you're married. And I've given different examples, and I know there are many other examples that we can all relate with. The examples of, okay, I just want to read my book, I don't want anybody disturbing me. The examples of, I just want to be alone now. You can be married and every time you're asking your partner for space, God bless you with a good partner that understands you and you get that space, but it's going to be different. And I know there is this vibe of, oh, I'm really anxious, I can't wait to just pass this stage of my life. And while we are really saying, I can't wait to pass this stage of my life, we forget that this stage of our life is never going to come back. This stage of our life is where we need to buy into this period of, okay, this is a time where I can actually just stay and I would play worship song to bed, and I will play worship song to bed. I can be married now. My partner, of course, is going to be a believer, but at the same time, it might be someone who does not enjoy, he likes to sleep in a place that is very quiet. And me, I want to be hearing tongues. I want to be hearing Pastor Jereze's tongue blasting in my ear while I sleep. Makes me Johnny. And I would now marry someone that is like, oh, I don't want sound. So now is the time to enjoy all of those period. Now is the time to enjoy all of that moment of that how do I put it, that gift. Ask any married person if they are being truthful, right? Ask any married person. There's a time when they feel like, oh, I should have done this while I was single. I should have learned this while I was single. And that's why sometimes, like, it's difficult for a married person with kids to say, I want to go back to school. The Bible says there's time for everything, right? There is time for everything. And you can imagine now, it's never too late, of course, to go to school. But you can imagine I have 5 kids, I have 3 kids, and they're all toddlers, maybe one is still probably still looking for mommy up and down. And I say I want to go to school, and I want to go to school for a year. It's a struggle. I need to read, I need to pass, and I'll also be taking care of my children. It's going to bring a lot of frustration. So now is the time for you to read books. Now is the time for you to go on that adventure. Now is the time for you to take that course. Now is the time for you to watch videos. And the amazing thing about this thing is that sometimes we're not even preparing for marriage. We're just eager, right? We're just eager. That's why sometimes when I think about it, I'm like, yeah, marriage is good, but at the same time, I think I like it now. I don't know. I would want to please my husband, right? I would want a good woman who wants to please her husband. I want him to be happy. I want him to be happy that he married me. I would not want him to feel, oh, why did I marry this woman? Imagine when my husband is like, babe, can we make I just feel like it's an amala today. I boiled water, or there is water on fire. I've assisted you with like the initial thing, but can you please make it similar for me? And I'm like, I just want to pray inside. I just want to be locked up with the Lord. I just want to pray for 24 hours today. Please, babe, I beg you, just can you make do with pizza? I'm putting a lot of emphasis on this so that we see the need to look at our current stage right now and prepare for marriage. Prepare for marriage. There is more of the preparation that we need to do as a single person now than when you are in marriage. Than when you're already there, you're already married, and you're like, this is it. This is this person. Oh God, I didn't know it was going to be like this. Oh, this person is not making me do what I want to do. Oh God, why did I have this child? This child is always crying when I'm praying in the midnight. The child will cry. I'm trying to be as serious as possible. The child is going to cry. They are babies. And you're asking God, why did you give me this baby now? Children are a gift from the Lord. They are heritage from the Lord. So you're going to have that baby. So now is the time for you to know, okay, if I actually want to get married, right? Am I ready for marriage? Am I preparing myself for marriage now? And I like to say that while we are actually even waiting, build yourself, right? Build yourself. It's good to be, oh God, when am I getting married? Oh God, when is Mr. Right coming? Oh God, when is Mrs. Right coming, or Lady Right coming? But are you ready? When that person comes, what's that person going to meet? Like when that person comes, how are you going to manage and build this relationship? When that person comes, how are you going to make sure that you're not frustrating the person? Like the person is actually happy and pleased to be married to you, right? So now is the time for you to feel like, I've gotten it and I'm enjoying this period. Just live with the moment. Don't be social media. We go online and see people. In fact, in Bella Nigeria, we go there every weekend. Like me, I like to go there to pick my future wedding gown, my my decor, my makeup artist, everything. I like to do that weekends. Just go on the page on IG. But at the same time, at the back of my mind, when I look at it and I see myself by 11 a.m. I'm out of bed weekend, and I'm like, okay, you want to be married and you want to still be on bed by this time, you better enjoy it. I'm enjoying it. Like I'm enjoying it in the bottom of my heart, right? And don't get me wrong, marriage is beautiful. Okay, I'm not married. I'm going to eventually get married. Marriage is beautiful, but I'm just saying we need to be able to manage that anxiety, that pressure to be a Mr. somebody's husband. Because my husband, my wife, you need to be able to learn to manage it. You need to be able to learn to manage it beyond what you see on social media. Beyond, oh, my husband is cute. Oh, my husband prepared something for me. You need to be able to appreciate yourself now. You know yourself better than any other person. I know myself. I know that sometimes I just want to do things when I want it done. Like, it's when I want to do it. I want to do it. And I can imagine saying now, I know that there's a lot of work to be done now. So now it's time for me to start working on myself and start appreciating that, all right, you like things to be done when you want it to be done. You get married now, your husband is like, babe, can you quickly do this? Are you sure you're ready to get that? Like, are you sure? I'm just giving myself an example, and I'm trying to be as vulnerable and transparent as possible. Like, are you that prepared? Are you prepared now? Are you someone who is disorganized and you're like, I like my room scattered? Appreciate it now that you like it scattered and nobody can shout at you and you love it scattered and you love it scattered. Than when you get married and you know your husband is telling you, the husband is neat, is all organized. And of course, you have heard that opposite attract. So you most likely might meet someone that is very organized and you are just very disorganized. And now you are doing it at your convenient time. You are arranging your clothes at your convenient time. And you're like, I want to be married now, but you've not thought about how you're going to be able to live with the person you're going to get married to. Now, pray, stretch. Now, worship God. Now, listen to things you want to listen to overnight. Now, chat with people you want to chat with in the middle of the night. You get married. Of course, you're going to have boundaries, right? And get married. At the end of the day, please get married if you want to get married. In fact, in the beginning, God made man and woman. They married, right? Please, I'm not saying you should not get married, though. Don't cut me right. I'm just saying now is the time for you to embrace your singlehood, your singleness. The God, when is it going to come? Keep it, bring it down, work on yourself right now. So we've officially come to the end of today's video, and I don't know what I like to say officially. Let me know what you think in the comment section, and if you are yet to subscribe, please make sure you subscribe, right? See you guys in my next video. Bye.